Our military balance is not only about who has more soldiers, more ships, or more missiles. It's about geography, strategy, technology, logistics, and political goals. And when we talk about Asia, few comparisons are more important than China and India. Both are nuclear armed powers, both have large militaries, both are modernizing quickly, and both sit at the center of changing Asian security map. But their military strengths are very different. China has the larger defense budget, the bigger industrial base, and one of the fastest modernizing militaries in the world. Beijing is investing heavily in its navy, missile forces, air power, cyber capabilities, and space systems. India, on the other hand, has a different type of advantage. It has geography, experience in high altitude military operations, a strong presence in Indian Ocean, and a growing defense partnership network with the US and other Indo-Pacific countries. So the real question is not simply who is stronger. The better question is where does each country have an advantage and why does it matter? Let's begin with the border. China and India share one of the world's most sensitive disputed frontiers known as the line of actual control. The border runs through difficult mountain terrain, especially in areas like Ladakh. This is not an easy place for any military to operate. The air is thin, the weather is harsh, and moving troops, fuel, equipment, and supplies is extremely difficult. This gives India one important advantage: experience. India has spent decades operating in Himalayan conditions. Its military understands mountain warfare, border deployments, and high altitude logistics. But China has also invested heavily in infrastructure near the border. Roads, airfields, rail links, and military facilities have improved China's ability to move forces faster than before. That means the border is not only a military issue, it is also an infrastructure competition. Now let's look at air power. China has a larger air force and deeper defense industry. It is producing modern fighter jets, improving air defense networks, and investing in long-range strike systems. India's air force is smaller, but it remains one of the most experienced air forces in Asia. India operates a mix of Russian, French, and domestically developed platforms, and it is trying to modernize while reducing dependence on foreign suppliers. For India, the challenge is not only buying aircraft. The bigger challenge is speed. How quickly it can modernize, replace older platforms, and strengthen its air defense network. For China, the challenge is different. It has scale and production capacity, but many of its forces would need to operate across a difficult geography if tensions rise along the Himalayan border. Now, the naval picture is where the comparison becomes even more interesting. China has a larger navy. It has been building ships at a fast pace and it's pushing toward a more global naval presence. But India has geography on its side in the Indian Ocean. The Indian Ocean is critical for global trade and energy flows. A large part of China's imported energy passes through sea routes that cross the Indian Ocean. India sits close to these routes, and that gives New Delhi a strategic position that cannot be measured only by ship numbers. China's navy is expanding, India's navy is smaller, but it operates closer to the home in the Indian Ocean. That is a major difference. China is trying to project power outward, India is trying to secure its neighborhood. Missiles are another important part of this balance. China has invested heavily in missile forces, including long-range conventional missiles designed to shape the battlefield before any major conflict begins. This gives China a strong deterrent and pressure capability. India also has missile forces, but its strategy is more focused on deterrence and border defense, and maintaining a credible balance against both China and Pakistan. This is why any China-India military comparison must be careful. This is not a simple who wins a story. China has more money, more industrial capacity, and a larger overall military modernization program. India has geography, experience in mountain operations, and a powerful Indian Ocean position, and growing strategic ties with the US, Japan, Australia, and Europe. For the US, this matters because Asia's military balance affects the entire Indo-Pacific. Washington sees India as an important partner in balancing China's rise, especially in maritime security and regional stability. But India is not a formal US ally like Japan or South Korea. India wants partnerships, but it also wants strategic independence. That makes India's role unique. So, what could happen next? The most likely future is not a full scale war. The bigger risk is long term competition. More border infrastructure, more naval activity, more missile development, and more diplomatic pressure across Asia. China will continue building a military that can project power beyond its coast. India will continue strengthening its border defenses, air power, navy, and domestic defense industry. And the US will keep watching closely because the China India balance is not only an Asian issue. It is a part of the wider struggle over the future of the Indo Pacific. For clear, fact based analysis on global conflict, military power, and world affairs, subscribe to World Affairs Intelligence. We explain what happened, why it matters, and what could happen next, without hype and without fake news.